Welcome back to Nerdo with J&J. Jay and Sharmack here once again with a bunch of figures to review. So we are looking at a bunch of Superpowers figures today. I was going to review the Bat family figures that we have here with the Batmobile, but the Batman figure that you see before you didn't ship. So I just got them recently, and we're going to do all these figures today. I bought the Flash at Walmart, so we're going to put him in the review too. So take a look at the packaging, then we're going to take a look at the figures, and maybe we'll see how they look with the vehicles that I have. So let's get cracking. We'll start with Flash. So Flash, the usual package you see for Superpowers. The artwork looks like it's more inspired from the 1990s. The logo itself looks like it's inspired from the 1980s. We'll take a look at the figure in a second. On the back, this is from the first wave still, so basically, the stuff we've seen before, the Batwing, the Batmobile, figures I don't have besides whatever. Now if you want to take a pause and take a look at the story, there you go. Now let's take them out of the package, take a look at the figure. Flash it out of the package, looking pretty cool. I think his chest logos might be a little big, I think anyways. I mean, usually I envision it being a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. It's got the nice, the lightning, whatever, the wings, I guess, coming out of the helmet look pretty cool. Nice, big, long, nice face looking. When I was a kid, obviously his special powers, like if you squeeze the arms, he would have that running action. I used to have the Flash when I was a kid for Superpowers, so it's kind of a nostalgia kick, and we're dropping stuff, but we're going to pick them back up. Anyways, obviously the red and yellow design, pretty cool. Definitely have that classic look down pat. I don't know, I do remember him with like yellow gloves, but I'm probably thinking wrong, but it is what it is. Still, I don't like how it's like the old kind of like design, I guess, where basically you have to bend them in a certain way so you can stand up straight. Can't exactly stand up like super straight, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, let's get on to Robin next. Next up, we're looking at the Robin figure, a Tim Drake Robin. You can tell by the artwork. The artwork, obviously, around that time when they were transitioning out of the 1980s style of artwork and going with the more detail of the 1990s. The Robin logo up there. On the back, you got a bunch more figures going on. Obviously, this is the later wave. This is the newer wave, obviously, with the Batmobile there. A whole bunch of figures in the wave, of course. And if you want to see a story, there you go. Press pause. So we'll take him out of the package, take a look at him, and talk about him. So we have Robin out of the package. A couple things that kind of stick out to me. The cape. If it went with the comics, it'd be black on the outside, yellow on the inside, instead of being all yellow. And I think the head sculpt is reminiscent more of a Damian Wayne than it does a Tim Drake, but still, alright figure. I think maybe he's a little bit bright. I think the red could have been toned down a little, the green could have been toned down a little bit. And like I said, I wish they did a better head sculpt. I wish it came with a bow staff, because that's his primary weapon of choice, but it is what it is. I didn't have a Robin in my collection back in the day, but that Robin had a leg so he could have a judo chop, so that is his superpower, would be his superpower, but still, obviously we're going to see how he looks with the Batmobile and see how it goes. Let's take a look at Nightwing next. So we have the older figure I haven't unwrapped yet, the Nightwing figure, your Dick Grayson, obviously. For you kids I don't know, he was the first Robin, but whatever. Nice late 90s / early 2000s artwork going on for Nightwing over there. The bird insignia up there. On the back, obviously you have the two vehicles again, the Batwing and the Supermobile. Got some more figures in, as this is the second wave. And if you want to see what Grayson's story, there you go. So take him out of the package and take a look at him. So he's out of the package, looking pretty cool. Definitely, that 1990s early 2000s, late 90s outfit he's wearing. Very cool looking. Mask looks fantastic. Hair, has that little flip to it. Pretty cool. I like that he has his little batons to, throttle the villains with. It does look like they're reusing a couple parts, obviously, like for Batman, I think, for the legs, but whatever. Just because he doesn't have trunks, he just has pants, so it is what it is, right? But still, a very cool looking figure. Go and see how he looks with the Batman family and see how it goes. Speaking of, let's take a look at the classic Batman figure. Now we come to the Batman figure, the classic Batman, the one from the 80s, the 70s, whatever. Obviously, you can tell from the artwork, it's more or less definitely that 1970s, 1980s design, as well as the super classic logo from that era. On the back, a whole bunch of figures from the same wave as the Robin figure. For some reason, I thought there was a classic Robin available, but I guess I was mistaken. Same vehicles we've seen before. And if you don't know the Batman story, there you go. So we'll take him out of the package and we'll talk about him in a second. Now let's take a look at Batman, your classic Batman from the 70s, 80s, the cartoon Batman looking. Obviously he has that black part on the mask. Just, I never understood the design on it, but whatever. Maybe just, I don't know. Nice, size for the bat insignia. Nice big cape. Let's get, so can do that. That's pretty cool. Definitely has that color, like that gray and the blue, light blue. Obviously, supposed to be for the cartoons. Pretty cool. And that head sculpt's pretty awesome. Definitely reminiscent of the old superpowers figures. Now, this dude, he also had like the squeeze the legs. He does a bat punch. But, obviously, it costs money to put mechanisms in now, as well as he has that removable cape. And it's a cloth cape, so we can put him in a vehicle, so that's pretty cool. So, let's talk about articulation for a second, shall we? Oh yeah, let's use a character that doesn't have a cape for articulation. Let's look at the Flash. They all have the same points of articulation, so bear with me. His head just goes all the way around, can't really tilt it or anything up and down. Arm goes all the way around. Legs go apart like super far, and they have a point of articulation at the knee, so that's what you get. Not too much, definitely with the old school of the old superpowers articulation, so there you go. Now comparing the two, it's nice to see they didn't use the same molds for pretty much anything on the figures. Batman Hush and classic Batman have a different body look to it. Muscles are obviously a little different placed. The cowls are different. Like, I would have thought they probably would have just done a quick paint job, but no, pretty cool that they didn't do it, and they're two different figures. Gotta tell you, I think Classic just stands out just because of the whole color differential, if that's a word, aesthetic. Okay, so standing them all next to each other, I do like how some work was put in to make them look like they're all to scale. Obviously, Robin, being a teenager, isn't going to be the same height as your Batman or your Nightwing. So that's pretty cool, and Nightwing's a little bit taller than the Flash, so that's nice. So good to know that there's some differential between everything. Okay, so personally I think that classic Bat looks a lot better in the Batmobile, the Superpowers Batmobile, than Hush. I do think you would have loved to see if they had a classic Robin, because I think he'll probably feel a little bit better than Tim Drink, but it is what it is. So still pretty cool, and it's probably going to be I'm on display in it for now, and that's probably going to be the figure in the car. Alright, so there you have it. That's the loot weight video I have, all the figures I just recently bought. If I got to pick just one, let's go with the Batman, just because it's very classic and has those nostalgia feels for me. Like I said, the Flash kind of does, but there's enough differences to kind of take it away. But still, obviously I think the Batman just stands out a bit more. Just, if you're a person of my age and my generation, you remember that classical look of the Batman a little bit more than the Flash. Because, Batman was like a character they pushed a little bit more. But it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, we're going to get some more of these figures down the line. There's, you know, they just revealed at the San Diego Comic-Con there's a new wave coming. There's a new Bat figure coming, a vehicle coming, among other things. So we'll see about getting that. Maybe get some of those. If you guys like this video, let me know. If you guys like this wave, and if you don't like the wave, let me know. Anyways, got some more figure reviews coming along. Some Indiana Jones. We want to try to, you know, start doing at least one Marvel Legends wave. We got one done earlier in the year. We're going to try to get some more done just because, you know, it's taking a lot of space. And I'm tired of looking into boxes, so we're going to see how it goes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you do like it, you know, let me know. Like, subscribe, whatever. So, anyways, this is James Sharmack from the Nerd Room with J&J. Keep on collecting and happy hunting.